2018, shortly after the legalization of cannabis, we were smoking weed one night and just realized that there was this glaring women-shaped hole in the cannabis accessory market. There was nothing for us that we actually liked. As adult women, we were so sick of seeing bright pink, bedazzled, or Hello Kitty themed accessories, and they were tempting to appeal to us. All of that is for someone, but we knew we could curate a better selection. We started to dream up our own cannabis accessory store that we called Prairie Luna. Once we had the idea, opportunities seemed to present themselves. We just had to look for them. So we took advantage of every free business training session that Pembroke or Petawawa was offering and attended networking events like this breakfast.
By spring of 2019, we'd been operating for nearly a year as a small smokewear and accessory shop here in downtown as well as online. I was pregnant, and suddenly news came down the line that the cap on cannabis retail authorizations in small municipalities was being lifted. So we decided we had to do it. We had to go for it, and we did. Holly asked us about obstacles that we faced in this business venture, and we honestly had to laugh because it turns out the cannabis industry is nothing but obstacles. In such a new industry, you know, there's no framework, there's no mentors, there's not even an old boys club to be left out of yet. No one wants to bank with you. No one wants to insure you. No one wants to allow you to use their online payment processors or their, their online shops. So it's just all these kind of extra obstacles that we just didn't anticipate. We figured, oh, weed is legal now. Everything else must have fallen in line. Oh, just kidding. Not yet. Not yet. We're getting there. Your social media will be shut down repeatedly and irretrievably, and there will be a high-risk surcharge on absolutely everything you do. But Holly also asked us to talk about what we've learned working in cannabis, which, like many industries, is male-dominated. And our answer to that has been the answer to all of the obstacles I talked about every time, which is connect with women. We will figure it out every single time. We've leaned on the knowledge and experiences of so many women so many times in our short time in business that it honestly blows my mind. Women have shown up for us so aggressively from day one. Truly, one of the best things we've done has been, things like hiring excellent women accountants who don't condescend to us, who empower us with knowledge. Our staff, who are almost exclusively incredible women who've made our dream their dream. In the cannabis retail industry, we genuinely feel that, for as much of the condescension that we get, as much of the sexual harassment that we get, being women in this industry, I think, is our biggest asset. Because although we're a minority in the industry, women really are looking for each other, and they're looking out for each other.
And women really build once they connect, which is exactly what a new industry needs. Not competition, but collaboration for mutual growth. Like when we couldn't find insurance, we reached out to the women at Superette, which is a really cool dispensary in Ottawa. If you haven't been, you should definitely go. And they connected us with their female insurance broker who was comfortable working with cannabis. Our staff is overwhelmingly women. I'm sure you've noticed if you've been in, which has been a really incredible experience as well, creating a workplace in the middle of the valley where growth is possible, where all of our work-life balances are respected, where the work can be sustainable for a whole bunch of people is probably the thing we're most proud of.
There are all the, smallish, sometimes frustrating things that come with being a woman in business, being called sweetheart or girls by every tradesman we've ever hired. Having weed explained to us by a dude who doesn't know that he's in our weed store. The fact that we have to overstaff every single evening because we have to keep our team of mostly women safe in numbers because it turns out dudes can't handle themselves once the lights go down. So, all of those things. And then there's the bigger things, the things that are structural. As part of this patriarchal society we live in that makes doing business as a woman more costly and less feasible for women overall.